Prime Minister under fire over the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan. The Prime Minister has also criticised over the government's plans to take in Afghan refugees. From the capital, Kabul, we'll have an eyewitness report of what is unfolding.
The Lunchtime News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good afternoon. The Prime Minister has faced criticism from his own MPs over the West's handling of the situation in Afghanistan. In an emergency sitting of Parliament, Boris Johnson defended the UK's actions, saying we must accept both what we achieved and what we have not. In Afghanistan itself, one of the Taliban's leaders returned to a hero's welcome, as our political reporter Shihab Khan reports. CNN's chief international correspondent Clarissa Ward has been out in Kabul today. She sent us this. CNN's Clarissa Ward reporting from Kabul there. Well, here the government today also set out its plan to help with the developing humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan, a plan which has come in for some criticism, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And Carl, let's turn to the debate that is happening right now in the Commons. And we saw there in Shihab's report a lot of anger in Parliament today.
There have been...
Moving on, and he was once an award-winning, chart-topping superstar with millions of fans. This lunchtime, R. Kelly will appear in court accused of racketeering, the sexual exploitation of children, kidnapping and sex trafficking women and girls, allegations he denies. For some of his accusers, though, the start of his trial in New York is a long-awaited chance for justice, as Charanpreet Kaur reports. A church service has been held in Plymouth to remember the victims of the mass shooting last week. Thousands of people living with multiple sclerosis, which affects the spinal cord and brain, and not getting access to a treatment which could alleviate some of the most painful symptoms of the condition. The MS Society says that despite being approved for use on the NHS more than 2 years ago, Sativex, a cannabis-based spray, is only available in 49 out of 106 health areas in England. Well, muscle spasms or stiffness affects around 80% of people with MS. The charity says thousands are missing out on a treatment which could change their lives. People like Amy Hartfield, who... The world of comedy has been paying tribute to Sean Locke, whose death was announced today. Finally, it might be tradition for the bride to be a little bit late for their wedding, but when Shanice Byrne's vintage car broke down on the way to the church, she had to take drastic action. With no cabs around, she and her mum and sister were forced to hitchhike. Luckily, a couple driving by spotted them and helped save the day. Here's Faye Barker. Now, what a story, and that is it. I'm back here at 6:30, but from everyone here, bye-bye. Hello again. Now the main stories in the capital. Londoners could be hit with yet another fare rise next year, with prices set to go up by nearly 5%. More than 2,000 people have been arrested as part of a Met Police crackdown on domestic abuse and sex offences. Mayor Sadiq Khan has unveiled plans to boost funding to tag knife crime offenders. Police are searching for burglars after £40,000 worth of jewellery was stolen from a home in Cheam. Chelsea fans have finally had their first look at record £98 million signing Romelu Lukaku. The teenage tennis player who took Wimbledon by storm this summer is back to her winning ways with another stunning upset. 18-year-old and a sixth form teacher in East London has been celebrating a big win on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. All right, weather now, here's Amanda. And that is it for now. Duncan is back here at 6. Until then, enjoy your afternoon. Bye-bye.